up to 8 years of jail. Alright, so today, new video, because I thought it'd be funny to talk about what I was doing before YouTube. I already made a video in like 2019 where I explained a bit of it, but now that it's done, since it wasn't really until now, I thought it'd be fun to explain to you how I almost ended up in jail. But before...
Here comes the money!
Here we go.
This video is sponsored by the Ridge Wallet. I think you now know what the Ridge Wallet is because they've been on my channel for a bit now, but for everyone new, I'm still gonna introduce them. The Ridge Wallet is a fully featured car. No, of course it's a wallet. What did you expect? It's a pretty clean, light, and compact wallet which easily fits in your pocket. It can hold up to 12 cards and even cash. Lots of different colors and styles. All of them come with a lifetime warranty, so you can basically get one of those wallets and keep it forever. And if you don't like it, you can even send it back within 45 days and get a full refund. If you want to get one, you can check the link in the description and get 10% off with the code A6D at checkout. Anyways, you might be wondering what I did to almost end up in jail. Well, there is two things. For the first one, we gotta go back to 2017. Back then, I was just a boring and bored high school student. I was like 15, 16, you know, and I had found a way to watch TV channels for free on the internet, and even paid ones. So I was like, hey, I can just make a website and app and share it to friends so they can watch it for free and all that. Well, the problem with what I had planned is that those friends, of course, ended up sharing it with more friends, which ended up sharing it with more friends. And I just ended up making a semi-professional thing that was growing and growing. I started to add banners to pay the server because they were kind of expensive with a lot of people. And just for numbers, I think there was like 50k people at the same time at one point. So the problem was kind of that it ended up being one of the most downloaded app in 2017 and one of the most visited website in 2017 as well in France. So cool! The little problem was that was completely illegal because, you know, it's not really that legit to just re-upload or restream someone else's content. But it was like, hey, I'm just redirecting links. That shouldn't be a problem. Well, it turns out that even just that is kind of illegal and counts as the exact same thing than restreaming or re-uploading it. The 6th of December of 2017 at like 6:40 a.m. I'm chilling in my bed, you know, about to get up to go to school when someone rings at the door, and it was the police. They didn't really have to look up for me that much because I was not really trying to hide myself, you know. I didn't even use any kind of VPNs or anything to manage the website to hide myself or anything. I got arrested. The cops told me that I could risk up to 3 years of jail and 300k euros of a fine. Nice! So I ended up in the waiting cells as well, so they could ask me questions about it and everything. I'm pretty sure it lasted the whole day that day, and I got out at like 9 or 10 p.m. or something. And while I think about it, if you're wondering about what happened from the money of the website I made, well, the cops told me that apparently I made 50k bucks with the website, and I have no fucking clue if that's the actual amount because first, I never counted. And second, I was feeling like I didn't deserve any of the money for what I was doing. Because for me, it was just like redirecting like TV channels and stuff. So I was just sending the money I wasn't using for the servers to like a lot of YouTubers and streamers I appreciated at the time. And in the end, when they arrested me, I didn't have shit. I didn't have any money to pay. Whenever I was getting like 500 bucks, it was gone. I didn't even upgrade shit like on my setup or anything. I was just randomly throwing money at YouTubers, and that's actually like that I met a lot of people, which is really weird to think about. The next day, I was in a lot of newspapers from all around the world in languages I didn't even speak. Everybody at my high school ended up knowing me, even though I was the quiet kid. I was just trying to not cause any troubles or anything, just a few of my friends knew about like the website until I was arrested. I remember the day I went back to school, Like, some people were stopping me and thanking me for what I had done, and I was feeling so weird. People you've seen every day, you've never talked to, that come to you, and in my head I'm just like, what do you want? That was just so weird. But yeah, in France court, and all of that is slow as fuck. So it took more than a year to, like, after getting caught, to actually be indicted. So in the meantime, I was already not that much into school before I got arrested, you know? But I was even less after getting arrested because I realized I didn't need school to do things. I even had like companies, like big companies, reaching out to me and asking me if I wanted a job with them. So I told them no. I'm sorry. Bro, I could have been a Bill Gates, and what did I do? Hey, yo, no. No, I'm gonna make Minecraft videos on YouTube for English people. What do you mean I could be a fucking engineer for one of the greatest company in France? No, I'm gonna make YouTube videos. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm stupid. But yeah, my parents like really wanted me to graduate as well, and to see for that after school. So now I make Minecraft videos. So I don't know if you have that in the US, but I ended up like repeating my school year, which funny enough was interesting me even less. I had even worse grades than the first time I did that year. Good for me at least. There was a Brazilian guy that arrived in my school to learn French, and instead of helping him learn French, we ended up speaking English all the time. But at least we did improve our English, but not his French. I'm really sorry if you're watching this. But the good thing about all of that is that I got kicked out of this school about 4 months into the school year, and my school sued me. That's the second thing I wanted to talk about. So, you know, schools have like a network of computers and stuff. And since I was like really bored at school and was kind of intrigued by the network, I might have hacked into it, sort of. What happened was that the school had a Wi-Fi password exposed somewhere, and so I connected to it on my phone, and I decided to scan the network, and I found printers first. I tried the Wi-Fi password on the printers, and it worked. Weird. It would be really weird if they had the exact same password on other things, right? Like the file servers of every single user, every single teacher, every single person that is on the school. They had the same password on everything. They had the same password on everything, the entire network. Which meant I had access to absolutely everything in the network. If I wanted to change people's files, I could. If I wanted to change my grades, I could as well. But I didn't. I was not looking for problems, okay? I was just curious. So I ended up leaving notes for the admins on their user accounts and stuff to tell them about like those issues that like, hey, maybe you shouldn't put the same password everywhere. Notes that they never saw. So one day there was an issue with the network, which was happening pretty often and which was like unrelated to me. It didn't fuck up their network, but I didn't want to get in trouble. So I deleted my logs of me connecting into the servers so they couldn't see that I was there. And so the computer guy that was managing the network went to check if the servers were okay and all that stuff. And I forgot to delete my logs on one of the servers, and so I got caught. They found the MAC address of my phone. The school director told my dad they were not gonna sue, but they actually had sued the day before calling my dad. So I got the police at home again, the same guy that arrested me for the first case with the streaming website. They seized my phone and my PC that I still haven't gotten back now, but I should be getting them back in the next few weeks. I could make a video about what's in it if you want. It was at the very beginning of A6D, like late 2018, beginning 2019. So I think there should be interesting things in it. So if you want to see that, drop a like. I don't know. Oh, and also there was some kind of administration stuff that the school director had fucked up. So she couldn't kick me out officially of the school. So the school director told my parents that if they would sign the paper saying that I asked for a school transfer, they would help me to find another school. So my parents signed it because they were just done with it, to be honest. So I ended up having to meet with the new school director, and my old school director actually didn't even tell the new school director about anything that had happened with me, even though they were friends. I might have broken a friendship with that one. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, January 8th of 2019, I had the indictment of the streaming website, and January 10, so literally 2 days later, I got caught for the school. Yeah, my parents were not really happy about this one, you know? So I meet with the new school director and all that. I explained to him what I did because I was not gonna lie to him. There was literally no point. He was gonna find out about it at one point. He was kind of surprised about it and wondered why I was in the class branch I was in. And I have no clue if this makes sense to the US people. I don't fucking know your school system, okay? I have no idea how this works. But basically, I was in a branch called science, and the guy put me in another that was like engineer science. So more into computers and all that stuff. So I ended up still being bored at school, even though there was computers, because we still had a basic class that was just not caring about. And I actually managed to have awful grades in English, even though I already had the A60 channel. And some people were literally not even able to make a proper sentence, but they still had better grades than me, just because the teacher like literally hated me, and I have no idea why. Still to this day, I don't fucking know why she hated me. Fuck you, bitch. Might want to cut this one. So after a few months, the school director was honestly a really cool guy. I mean, not only after a few months, he was already a really cool guy. He asked me to come in his office and told me that he learned about the existence of the A60 channel. He learned about the A60 channel because some people in my class learned about the channel by having the fucking me saying bold 25,000 times in their recommended. And the school director learned about it. So after all that, he documented more himself on me. He went to look up my name. He went to look up the streaming website. And he actually told me, all right, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why you're in school. Sometimes school isn't really made for some people. And I think you're one of them. What? I was not expecting that. I still don't fucking know if he was genuinely thinking that or if he just wanted me out of his school. But how the fuck do you tell your parents that want to see you graduate, they want you to have an amazing school education and stuff, that your school director doesn't fucking know why you're in school? He legit told me that it would be better for me to just get 100% into computer and stuff and become self-employed. How do you tell that to your fucking parents? It took them like days, if not even weeks, to meet the fucking school director to talk about it. They were just like, yeah, he just doesn't want to have to deal with you anymore. And even once I dropped out, they were like, kind of not so sure about all of that. Like, what really changed their mind about all of the virtual world was like when I went to VidCon in 2019 and met like a lot of people and that they saw it online. I think they just needed that moment of realization, and I think I also needed that moment of realization. And I have absolutely no regrets about that, like about dropping out of school and stuff. Like, for sure I've done shitty stuff, but there is no better way to learn than by making mistakes. Maybe not those mistakes, but other mistakes, alright? So at that point, I still was not judged for either the streaming website or the school. I was not even indicted for the school. And like the judgment and all that stuff happened in late 2020. I got judged in October 2020 for the streaming website. So almost 3 years after I got first arrested, I had to, and still have to, pay a fine of 5,000 euros, which I was really expecting it to be worse with the time, not gonna lie. And for the school, I actually got judged like almost 2 weeks ago, and I was risking up to 8 years of jail because it was a public school, so technically a server of the government. And I don't remember how much of fine I could risk, but I ended up with like the lowest sentence I could just get. Basically something that's written on my criminal records, but it's deleted like after a few years automatically. And the lawyer fees, which are even more than the fine of 5k bucks. So that's how I almost ended up in jail. And if there's something I can tell you about all of that, it's that the worst of everything in this is not being judged. It's waiting to be judged and like not even know what's gonna happen to you. I've lived like that for almost 4 years with that feeling of not even knowing if I was gonna end up in jail in the next few weeks. And that shit is heavy to handle. Now I'm finally free, I can do whatever the shit I want if we forget about COVID. All that to say, don't do dumb shit because that's dumb and you could get in trouble. I didn't have a better conclusion. Like, subscribe, comment. If you have a question, I'll try to answer in the comments. Bye.